Oh, good Lord. Hay fever, you can... So, England have won their first game in the World Cup group stages by beating Tunisia 2-1. Harry Kane, the captain, stepping up in the last couple of minutes to bag a header and relieve the tensions of a nation. I don't think the penalty that Tunisia were awarded should have been a penalty. Kyle Walker's got his back to the man, and the man runs into Kyle Walker's elbow and goes down like he had a punch from Rocky. So I don't think it should have been a penalty, but interestingly enough, I don't think a referee is going to use v.a.r. to overrule a decision they have made. What I think you'll see a lot of is v.a.r. being used retrospectively to enforce a decision that hasn't been seen. But if a ref gives a penalty, I don't think that the referees union will allow them to use v.a.r. to overrule that decision, because they can't be seen to be making the wrong decisions. Now, we have access to it as the viewers of the match. What the television broadcasters will show us are the replays and allow us to see how a decision has been. And all that does is cause further debate amongst the pundits and amongst the fans, and create arguments as to whether decisions are correct or incorrect. Now, v.a.r. has to be used across the board, such as the penalty decision against Kyle Walker, to overrule a ref if he has made the wrong decision. You can only prove it's the wrong decision if the penalty is given on the basis of contact. Now, again, contact is questionable because, from my perspective, the Tunisian player ran into Kyle Walker's arm and hit the deck. Other people were saying Kyle Walker was silly and he shouldn't have his arm out in that position, but silliness is not the cause of a penalty kick. That Tunisian player conned the ref into giving them a penalty. It was all there for us to see moments later when Harry Kane was wrestled to the ground and the ref gave nothing. v.a.r. should have been used. v.a.r. should have been used at that point for the ref to be able to go back and award the correct decision, which was a penalty to England. But anyway, I'm happy for the lads, I'm happy for the team, I'm happy for the country, I'm happy for us as a nation. The sun is out and England have finally won the first game of a major tournament, which puts us in great stead to qualify from the group and reach the quarterfinal stage. Funnily enough, we're behind Belgium in the group because they won 3-0. And as Rio Ferdinand put it, we are where we should be. Yeah, loving it. So I've just heard on the news, President Trump has given the okay for a 6th branch of the military in America to be created. And guess what it's going to be called? The Space Force. The Space Force. What is this? Team America or something? It's so that America can become the #1 thing in space. I just don't understand it. I'm just lost for words. You could just imagine the type of guys he wants in that Space Force. Arnold Schwarzenegger looking muscle head, big body armor suits, walking around like Halo, kicking people out of space if they're not meant to be there. Media though, shouldn't listen to the media. June. Under the weather, I've got a cold, I've got massive allergies with hay fever taking over my body, and I'm absolutely knackered from waking up at 5 a.m. for the second day in a row. When I had said I would try this, I had ideas of grandeur where I would wake up in the morning, I would be productive, I would do things, I would get out and about, but at the moment I'm just struggling to get up and out. I woke up this morning and I did get some editing done between 5:30 and 6:30, so I suppose that's an hour of my evening now that I've freed up to do other things, which is good. And then I took the dog out and now I'm on the way to work. But when we get to the point where I'm actually out filming, filling that time with more things to do, going to the gym, taking the dog on longer walks, we're not quite there yet. So I'm gonna have to plan better when it comes to bedtimes, eating food before I go to bed. I mean, I'm waking up and I am quite hungry, I've got no energy, so when I get into work I will have a coffee. But these are things that need to be taken into consideration when you make a life change like this. I'm under no illusions that it's going to be easy, because I already know how hard it is. Another thing to look forward to is I have the week off work next week, so I will be doing more at home, aiming to get the motorbike fixed so I can get out on 2 wheels. And I'll also be going back down to London for the weekend, so looking forward to catching up with everyone there. seeing my mum and my sister. I will be meeting friends for beers, barbecues, and World Cup fever. So yeah, looking forward to that, and hopefully it'll mean some exciting vlog activity. I'll bring the drone and hopefully pick up some nice drone shots while we're down in London, and I'll be filming while we're out and about, so hopefully lots to include. Morning. So not much to talk about this morning, apart from I've probably started the 5 a.m. challenge now. I'm just exhausted, hay fever, so it's in now to get a coffee, get back into work and see what's happening. So creating this vlog as often as I can is a good practice for me, just to stay in the creative mode and get things done. Hence why I've done one today, even though there wasn't much to cover. So yeah, well done England, and I'm just looking forward to watching more football. So yeah, right, on to the next one.